Good evening. Good evening, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good evening, and thank you, folks, for joining us this evening for our Village of Alsip board meeting. Today is May 15th, 2023, and we're going to call this meeting order at 7:32 p.m. Can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Dalzell?
Here.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. In her place, we have honorary trustee Fernandez.
Here.
Trustee McLaughlin. In her place, we have honorary trustee Wright.
Here.
Trustee Murphy.
Here.
Trustee Navas-Esparza.
Here.
Trustee Peretta.
Here.
Mayor Ryan.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great turnout this evening, folks. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We've got a couple of quick things I just want to point out. We did have a small communication breakdown. We were supposed to have a student government night tonight with a few more students, and apparently National Honor Society got a hold of those students, so they had a last-minute gathering this evening that they couldn't attend. But I do want to thank both Michelle Fernandez and Aiden Wright for joining us tonight. Guys, thank you very much for participating tonight. A couple of quick reports, and then we'll start with our evening festivities. I want to give a big thanks to everyone that came out this past weekend. We had our Village of Alsip village-wide cleanup day, and we had almost 60 volunteers that came out to help us clean up litter throughout the garbage. I want to thank those folks for doing that. I mean, it was really, really nice. I make it a point every year. I take on the Cicero Avenue Bridge, and I was joking. I had about a dozen sprinkler fitters out there with me, and I says, all right, who got the trophy? And they're looking at me like, what do you mean? I go, there's always a dirty diaper out here. Who got the trophy? And one guy goes, I got it. Good for you, sir. Yeah, great job. And again, big thanks to my assistant, Becky Smith. Becky did a great job this weekend. On behalf of Village Beautification, she had a nice big flower sale, and thank you for organizing that, Becky, and everyone that came in to buy those. Today I welcomed the Illinois Convention and Visitors Bureau to the Doubletree Hotel. They're going to be here for a couple of days, and we appreciate them patronizing Alsip for their convention. And then I want to remind everybody, especially our officers are with us this evening, please come out this Friday, the 19th, from 5 in the morning till noon, is Cop on a Rooftop Day. So really come out and support Special Olympics with Cop on a Rooftop at Dunkin' Donuts, both on Pulaski and Cicero Avenue this Friday. And then, trustees, just a reminder, typically we have a meeting at the end of the month, but we're going to meet next Monday instead, so we don't interfere with the Memorial Weekend. So, I want to go a little bit out of order in the interest of everyone's time that's with us this evening, and start with a promotion that we have for Officer James Tisco. James is being promoted to the rank of sergeant, and will replace Sergeant Resney. But I'm sorry, Trustee Dalzell was supposed to hand this to you.
James Tischko was appointed to the position of police officer for the Village of Alsip on April 4th in the year 2000. James is an evidence technician specialty position in the department, and he has served as an acting supervisor for the past several years. During his 23 years of service, James has a distinguished career, and we wish him continued success.
Thank you, Trustee. Officer Tisco, can I ask you to step forward, please? As a matter of record, James, first, as a matter of record, the Board of Fire and Police Commission, Village of Alsip, Illinois, certified your appointment, whereas the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners certify that James Tisco is hereby appointed to the rank of Sergeant of the Police for the Alsip Police Department. This date, May 15, 2023, and it was certified by Commissioner Dwyer. Again, I want to thank Commissioner Dwyer and the board for what they do for our village, for qualifying and making this happen today. James Gansey, you raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I, James Tisco, having been appointed to the position of Sergeant
I, James Tishko, has been appointed to the position of Sergeant
of the Police, for the Village of Alsip,
for the Police for the Village of Alsip,
Cook County, Illinois,
Cook County, Illinois,
do solemnly swear that I will
do solemnly swear that I will
support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States
of America and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
of America and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Sergeant
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Sergeant
of the Police for the Village of Alsip
of the Police for the Village of Alsip
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Sergeant.
Jim, please be safe. We wish you all the luck in the world, man. Be safe out there. Congratulations to the Tisco family. Nice meeting you folks as well, though, too. Please, you're not offending us, folks. If you want to go take pictures and stuff, unless you really want to get in our meeting, you're welcome. But please, enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you for coming out tonight yet, too, okay? By the way, too, I should have started with as well, too, if anybody was looking at the pickup truck that was sitting out in front of the village, the hall this evening, too, that is the new look of our police cars. We actually, Chief Miller helped us secure some great cost as purchase price on, I think, 6 of those Dodge Ram 4x4 pickups, and that's the first one that just was outfitted, and you're going to see more of those outfitted the same way, but they look absolutely beautiful, and we wanted to obviously share that with the community, what those squad cars now look like. And again, with all the equipment that the officers wear these days, everybody loves driving a truck. I think it's a practical piece of equipment to have. So if you have a chance, please take a picture of that when you get a chance. Next, I'd like to, again, go out of line and go to our clerk's report and offer the oath of office to 3 trustees.
I have the inauguration of the winners of the April 4th, 2023 consolidated election. They are Trustee Richard Dalzell, Trustee Christine McLaughlin, Trustee Christopher Murphy. The new terms in office will be 2023 to 2027. The oath of office will be administered by Cook County Circuit Court Judge Daniel Brennan, who serves in the Chancery Division at the Daly Center.
I put an introduction for Judge.
You want me to read this?
Yeah,
or you
go
wanna
ahead.
read that?
All right, good, sure.
This evening, we have the honor of having Cook County Circuit Court Judge Daniel Brennan administer the oath of office to the three winners of the consolidated election on April 4th, 2023, to fill the office of Village of Trustee from 2023 to 2027. Judge Daniel Brennan is in the 15th Sub-Circuit Court and has his current term ends in 2024. Excuse me. Judge Brennan was first elected in 2006 and won the retention to remain in office in both 2012 and 2018. Judge Brennan is currently assigned to the Chancery Division Mortgage Foreclosure Mechanic Lien Section. The judge has also presided over the 1st and 6th municipal Markham districts. Prior to being elected to office, Judge Brennan worked as counsel to the Cook County Sheriff's Office and was a graduate of Loyola University School of Law. Thank you for joining us this evening and for your service to the law that keeps us safe and protects our interests.
Thank you, Dan. If you would, please, you want to come up? Thank you.
Where do you want me to stand, Mayor?
I gave you all the
Thank you.
papers.
Thank you for that introduction, by the way, very thorough.
Dan's been a friend for like 25, 30 years, and I really appreciate you coming out to do this.
Pleasure.
And welcome our trustees. So first would be Richard Dalzell.
Okay.
And then, Clerk, did you have the, does it have the whole thing on here? Yeah, it's got everything to be said.
Sure. And then I'll just sign in.
Exactly. And then Christine McLaughlin, and then Chris Murphy. Just in line, just like that.
Do you mind if, let me do a quick signature first and then lay out.
Sure. Hand it right to him.
Sure. That's okay. Sorry.
Wait, who's doing first? I'm sorry.
Do
it this order?
Dalzell,
Oh,
and
okay.
then McLaughlin, and then Murphy.
Okay. Actually, I'll sign it this week, though. Okay. Okay, thanks again for the introduction, and this is really one of the great parts of the job. So I like being here for these events. They're so I really appreciate the invite, actually. So why don't we have our first successful trustee, Richard Dalzell. You want to step up, please? And Richard, can you raise your right hand and repeat after me, please? Okay. I state your name.
I, Richard Dalzell,
Having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village trustee
in the village of Alsip,
in the village of Alsip,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of village trustee
the duties of the office of village trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Very good.
Thank you. Let's make it official.
I thought I got ruled on, Judge. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Thank you.
Congrats again.
Appreciate it.
All right.
This year's Rick.
Okay.
And Christine McLaughlin?
Oh, okay. Print name, sign name.
This way. We'll keep it consistent. Hi, Christine.
Thank you for being here today.
No problem. Can you raise your right hand, please? I state your name.
I, Christine McLaughlin,
Having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village trustee
in the village of Alsip
in the village of Alsip
and the county of Cook,
and the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of village trustee
the duties of village trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations. Go, and there's your certificate as well.
Thank you
Congrats
very
again.
much.
Mr. Murphy, step right up. Okay, can you raise your right hand? I state your name.
I, Christopher Murphy,
Having been elected to the position of village trustee
having been elected to the position of village trustee
in the village of Alsip
in the village of Alsip
in the County of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of village trustee
the duties of the office of village trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
There you go, Chris. Congrats again.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, thank you. Thanks for doing that tonight.
Thanks again, everyone.
Judge, thanks for joining us tonight. That was special. Thank you. We forgot to put in the judge is really a good softball player, too. I missed that on your resume, Dan, sorry. We used to be on the same team. So we'll go back to our reports. First on my agenda was the approval to extend a contract with GovHR for a period of 30 days, ending 5/30/23. Actually, that should be 6:30, that's a typo, thank you. 6/30/23. And to assist the transition of our new finance director. Next, I had number 2 was the presentation of a proclamation acknowledging the Abate, Illinois, to promote motorcycle safety, education, and awareness for over 36 years. And I would like to read that into the record here. This proclamation, whereas safety is the highest priority for the highways and streets of our village and state, and whereas the great state of Illinois is proud to be a national leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, and whereas motorcycles are primarily common and economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear, and contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestion. Whereas it is especially meaningful that citizens of our village and state be aware of motorcycles on the roadways and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety, and whereas the members of Abate of Illinois Incorporated, that stands for a brotherhood aimed toward education, continually promote motorcycle safety, education, and awareness in high school drivers, educational programs, and to the public in our village and state. And whereas all motorcyclists are encouraged to join Abate of Illinois, they actively promote the safe operation of motorcycles, safety, education, awareness, and respect of the citizens. And whereas the motorcyclists of Illinois have contributed extensive volunteerism and money to national and community charitable organizations, and whereas during the month of May, all roadway users should unite in safe sharing of the roadways within the village of Alsip and throughout the state. Therefore, I, John Ryan, Mayor of the village of Alsip, Illinois, in recognition of 36 years of Abate of Illinois Incorporated and over 352,815 registered motorcyclists statewide, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Motorcycle Awareness Month in the village of Alsip this 15th day of May 2023. So, again, we appreciate the dedication that Abate puts into keeping our roads safe with motorcyclists. And that's all I have for my report this evening. Next, we have the clerk's report. Clerk Hardy.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the approval of the May 1st, 2023 board meeting minutes, the approval of the April 2023 FOIA report, and presentation and approval of the May 8th, 2023 committee meeting minutes. And that is all I had, Mayor.
All right, thank you. We have our attorney's report. Joe Kankar is with us. Joe?
I have no report, Your Honor.
All right, Joe. Engineers report, Jeff Agan.
Thank you, Mayor. So the Rebuild Illinois project that's under construction right now, that's Avon, Lawler, Laramie, 118th and 119th. They're anticipating by the end of the day tomorrow all streets will be milled. Asphalt, the first base of asphalt has already gone back down on 118th. And then we're waiting for a schedule from the contractor for patching and paving, so we anticipate that starting within the next week or so.
Okay.
Yep. And then, so the cleaning and televising project, that's ongoing right now as well. So Hydrovision is the contractor on that project. They're cleaning and televising the sanitary sewer in Davis Estates area, and then like between 119th and 123rd, kind of west of Pulaski. And they've been concentrating right now on cleaning and televising all the sewer that's in the roadway that's easily accessible, but now they're going to be moving into sanitary sewer that's in rear yards. So residents may see contractors in and out of the yards as they're trying to access the manholes.
Mike, do we put notice out to the neighbors, let them know then, too?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you what, real quick, Superintendent Frater, you guys are doing a great job, and just so the public understands too, while they were preparing to do the Rebuild Illinois streets over at the intersection of Avon and Lawler, we discovered, or you folks discovered, what was starting to be a sinkhole over there. Upon further inspection, we realized there was a sanitary sewer that was compromised, and that was sitting directly below a storm sewer. I was out there a couple days ago with the guys, and we were down almost 30 feet, right, by the time they got done? Yeah, because Greg told me we were at 25 at the top, so at the bottom I'm figuring 30, but they were out there hydro-excavating because that sanitary sewer was sitting under the storm sewer. That really made for a heck of a task, but Mike, how much pipe did we replace?
We replaced 10-foot section of sanitary.
About 10 foot. Did we fill that hole back up yet?
It's filled in today, we'll be cleaning up once the site tomorrow.
Okay, so the hole has been filled. I know we had 115 shut down for a couple of days. They had pumps running each direction, one to take care of the sanitary and the other one to pump out what they were using for hydro excavating. But Mike, you guys did a great job. Good, and you too, certainly, overseeing that yet too. But Cal City Plumbing really came through for us, so I appreciate the hard work. So thanks, Chef. Okay. Next, we'll go to our, public forum. Did anyone in the audience wish to address the board tonight? Yeah, please, come on up. If you would, yeah, we record these, cameras on us, but we do record all these. Thank you.
I have two items I'd like to ask. One is about the sidewalk that I was at the meeting in the fall, and we were talking about a sidewalk on Pulaski from 123rd over the bridge. And at that time, you were going to Springfield, and they were talking about grants. I'm just wondering what happened in that situation.
So right now, we are actually putting in for, is Greg, I'm sorry I keep doing that to you. Why I keep saying Greg, Jeff. We put in for, what was the grant that's, again, was that the one through CMAP?
Invest in Cook.
Invest in Cook. And were we awarded that yet? I know we put in for it.
They have not made the announcement yet.
So we put in for what's known as an Invest in Cook grant that does a survey on what we talked about, which with more sidewalks for safe passage. That's one of them, as well as 115th Street too. Yeah. And what we're asking to be done is we have to get a professional study put together, and these could be tens of thousands of dollars to do something like this yet too, to present to the state who would be considered construction. And in a situation like this too, these are multi-jurisdictional roads. Like in the one we're talking about, that's an IDOT road, so we technically can't even work on that road and stuff yet too. We can clean it like we did the other day, and I don't even know if that was right, because you're supposed to have permits for all this kind of thing yet too. I know, exactly. And I did reach out a couple of weeks ago, because I was thinking about hiring a third-party contractor even to clean up, their roads. And all of a sudden, I went out there Friday to scout where we were going to clean up on Saturday, and here's all these garbage bags on 127th and Cicero. So maybe they sent their guys out. And just today, I got an email from the top person at IDOT, and understanding what I was kind of looking for, and he referred me to a great source kind of locally at Region 1, I should say, Division 1 on Schaumburg. So that's where I'm working with now. But no, it has not been forgotten, and we put in for some grants to help offset those costs.
Okay. The second thing is there's tennis courts at 117th and Karloff.
Yes.
There was a tracking surface put on them years ago, and then the nets came down and nothing ever happened. And I'm wondering if we can get nets. Can we do pickleball, tennis? What's going on with that area?
I'm with you on that. And what I've always been explained to me, too, is what you can't see because of that paint job that's on there, it's like that orange paint.
Yeah.
There's actually buckles on top of that you can't see that's actually holding that surface together. Mike, can you give a better explanation for that?
Underneath those courts, there's actually water storage tanks, and with the cracks that are starting to form on there, it's just not feasible to have people on it playing because we're dealing with fresh water underneath us.
And because of, over the years, because of all the trouble they had with the storage tank that was underneath there, you can't tell from just visually looking at it, but Water Commissioner confirmed the surface isn't flat. And if for any reason somebody twisted an ankle or something out there and they could demonstrate that's not a flat surface, we accept liability for that. So unfortunately, I'm with you, I wish we had a surface there.
A decking on top of it, like a...
Just a rubber mat.
Just rubber mat.
But when you get up close, like if you were to put like a sight on that, you could see it's not straight.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's just a wasted space. We can't-
Exactly. And unfortunately, we took the nets down to not promote more activity out there and stuff. And then we have a situation, too, that even a light came down because it rotted out at some point then, too? Yeah. Well, Roger, is that what we did? We took those down? Do you remember that? Okay. I remember when I was still a trustee that they did that a few years back, but I'm sorry we don't have more of the tennis court thing, because that's a beautiful facility over there. And if nothing else, like, it's like you go back to the Park District with those yet, too. That's probably the one sports, it's probably the one sport that the village actually had responsibility for was that court. But outside of that now, the Park District is remodeling Apollo Park right now yet, too.
Right. They have-
So, and I think they even took down their tennis court there, too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to speak for those folks, but,
Thank
no,
you.
we're doing what we can on our side.
All right, thanks.
Okay, you too. Anybody else? No? We'll go on to our standing committee reports. We'll start with Finance and IT. Trustee Wright?
Thank you, Mayor. So first, I have an approval of the list of payroll dated May the 5th, 2023, totaling $832,647.70. And secondly, I have an approval of a list of accounts payable dated May 18th, 2023. Here's the recap. First, general fund totaling $164,263.10. Second, road and bridge totaling $20,994.41. MFT totaling $21,043.97. 2015-2017 bond payments totaling $88,075.00. 2015-2017 bond payments totaling $70,100. Health insurance totaling $553.72. Water and sewer totaling $146,023.36. Sanitary sewers totaling $4,099.96. Heritage 1/2 totaling $33,873.14, and IPRF grant expenses totaling $18,775.00, which adds up to $567,801.66. That is all.
Thank you very much. Aiden, thank you again for joining us tonight. I know, are you still on the clock? You have another event you have to go to?
I do have another event.
All right. He told me at 8 o'clock he had another event. But I'm sure it's more exciting than this, Aiden, right? Yeah.
I would say no.
No? Well, thank you. Hey, Aiden, thanks for coming out, and good luck. And once again, what college are you going to go to again?
UIUC.
What are you going to study?
Political science and history.
Oh, you're kidding. Welcome to the club, man. That's good. you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It is more exciting than that.
All right.
Hang out with us.
Well, Aiden, you're graduating next week,
Yeah, I am.
as well as Michelle, you're graduating next week. Michelle, where are you going to go to college?
I'm going to go to Benedictine University,
Matt Benedictine. Very good. What are you going to study, Michelle?
nutrition and dietetics.
Very good. Yeah, well, again, thank you, both of you, for coming out tonight. And Michelle, I know you got a few more yet, too. Thanks for coming out.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You can have your job.
Oh, yes, I did, yes.
Thank you for coming out. Good job.
So we'll keep going with our reports. Next, we had the Fire Committee report. Trustee Murphy?
Thank you, Mayor. I have the approval to hire part-time fire inspectors to perform annual fire inspections. I have the approval to appoint an interim administrative associate to the fire department. Third, I have the presentation and approval of the March 2023 Fire Prevention Bureau report. And finally, I have the approval of a price increase by Seagrave Fire Apparatus for $103,307. The original sales contract was approved by the Village Board and signed by Mayor Ryan on November 1st, 2021. After receiving a publicly advertised RFP, request for proposal, produced a single bid that was received by Seagrave for $688,116. This increase will bring the price for the Seagrave model TB70CA Marauder pumper fire truck to $792,023. And that's all I have, sir.
All right, thank you. We'll go to Police and Traffic Safety. Trustee Dalzell?
I already did that one.
I'd like to retroactively ask for the approval to promote Officer James Sisko to the rank of sergeant. Officer Sisko will replace retired Sergeant Chad Resney.
Very good.
Yeah, we did that.
You know what? I caught myself, too. I was stealing your thunder at the beginning. Sorry about that. Next, we'll go to our Public Work and Boat Launch. I'm sorry, Trustee, anything else you had for a report or anything else?
Nothing else, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Chief, thanks for bringing the new Dodge out in front of you, too. That looks great. Exactly. No, it really looks nice. And you were out in the hall with everybody, but I was telling everybody in here that that's kind of a new look for it is a new look for our police department. And you certainly wouldn't know that Dodge Ram rolling up, and that's a police car and stuff yet then, too, but a great-looking police car.
You got a great deal you'll never see again.
That's what I was telling everybody in here. We bought 6 of those, and then we got a wonderful price on those after they couldn't get those microchips a couple of years ago and stuff yet, too, so. But thanks, Chief, that looks really good. Thanks for putting it out there, too, I like to look at it. We'll go on to our Public Work and Boat Launch. Trustee Fernandez?
Thank you, Mayor. Firstly, I have the approval of the Public Works April 2023 monthly activity report. Secondly, due to the efforts of Public Works Superintendent Mike Frater, the Arbor Day Foundation congratulates the Village of Alsip on earning recognition as a 2022 Tree City USA community and receiving a Growth Award after demonstrating the village's commitment to effective urban forest management and environmental improvement. That's all.
Again, Mike, well done. Thank you for getting us that distinction yet, too. Nice job.
Mike, how many years in a row is that now? 9.
Congrats.
Well done.
Huge. Thank you.
Real quick, I also want to say thank you for you and all your crew. I had went to the mayor. Somebody from Alsip Little League had reached out to me about restriping the lot on Anderson and Frenzell, and I went to him, he went to you, and I think it was done like the next day, and it looks awesome. So thank you guys for doing that.
You got to bring that up again now, too, huh? I swear, I didn't stretch, I didn't practice. Opening day pitch, man, I had the worst throw and stuff yet, too, I come back to the Village Hall with the cleanup thing. Mike's out in the parking lot. He goes, bad throw, huh? I go, is that up already? Are you kidding me, right? He goes, no, I was just guessing. I said, you guessed right. It was a horrible throw on my side and stuff yet, too,
Is there video?
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, is there video
No, I
footage?
bet it will be. How these folks are with their social media and stuff.
Where does the public find that, Mayor?
I don't know. Hey, who cares?
Where can that be seen?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It made it to the catcher, okay? It bounced in, but we made it and stuff.
bounced
You
in.
didn't have to chase it.
Didn't you say you played softball?
Yeah, we can't throw underhand when you got all those little kids standing there and stuff
Wow.
either, So, next, we had the sewer and water report. Trustee Nava Esparza.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Ryan's office has authorized the $50,000 lead service line grant awarded to the village by the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency to be used to survey all water mains, as this survey would confirm the village does not have any water lines using lead pipe. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. That's what our water commissioner said. He doesn't believe we have any lead lines, but this is to confirm that you don't. Next, we have Building and Health, Trustee Parada.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I have a request of approval of the Building Department April 2023 monthly activity report. During the month of April of 2023, the Building Department issued 88 permits, and permit fees collected were $24,285, as the total valuation of work being performed was approximately $4,101,037. For the past year to date, May 1st, 2022 through April 30th of 2023, the village issued 1,044 permits and collected $247,098 in permit fees. This same April month of last year of 2022, the village issued 94 permits and collected $19,380 in fees. The previous year of May 1st of 2021 through April of 30th of 2022, the village issued 1,119 building permits and collected $257,780 in fees. Second, I have a request for approval of the Health Department April 2023 monthly activity report. During the month of April, the Health Department received 17 complaints, where 12 citations were issued. The department performed 7 inspections that where food is served and no citations were issued, and 5 Freedom of Information requests were fulfilled. And that concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we have the Human Resource and Insurance Committee report. Trustee Murphy.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the approval to hire Maria Alexichuk as our new Village of Alsip Finance Director, pending the results of a health screen and background check. Ms. Alexichuk has agreed to start working in this position on May 22nd, 2023. And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. We'll go to our special committee reports, starting with Economic Development. Trustee Nava-Esparza.
Thank you, Mayor. The CalSag Enterprise Zone has a policy to rebate a portion of the zone fees paid back to the municipality where a project is located. The Village of Alsip received an $875 rebate after Taco Burrito King applied zone benefits for Phase 1, as the zone has adequate funds to operate and approve this rebate appropriate. That sounds wrong. I thought I misread it. And then item 2, approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip approving Class 7C assessment status for the real estate located at 11535 South Cicero Ave, PIN number 2422300053000 in the Village of Alsip, Cook County, Illinois. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Village Properties. Trustee McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mayor. Village-owned residential property at 3725 West 120th Place has been sold to a contractor who is submitting plans to build a new home at that location. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. He did bring in plans. Roger, when's he breaking ground?
You should be by the end of the week.
Really? Okay. He's going to be doing the same style home that he just sold on the west side of the... Where was the house he just built?
The two over on, there's one on Leamington and one on LeClaire.
Okay. They're beautiful houses.
Beautiful homes, they turned out really nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Next, we'll go to Ordinance and Legislation. Trustee Parada.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I have a request for an approval of an ordinance establishing compensation for the Finance Director of the Village of Alsip. Second, I have a request for approval of a resolution of the corporate authority relating to a retirement health care funding plan for members of Local 3074 firefighters in the Village of Alsip, Illinois. Mayor, could you give us an explanation why we need a resolution or why this needs to be an ordinance?
Yeah, it's an agreement that we had. That was part of our negotiations that we did with the fire department. And really, what this is it's a It's known as a VIBA, and what they've asked us to do, we don't manage the plan. They have a financial institution, excuse me, that manages it, and whereas they've got it broke out in X amount of years, let's say you might have, for the people in the first 10 years, they might have like 1% taken out of their check and put toward, into like a kitty per se, into a bank, that they can use that money toward healthcare expenses and stuff then too. And they have different brackets and so forth. There's like 3 different brackets. And all we're doing is just facilitating the deductions, but they have a financial company that's going to handle the policy itself.
Sure.
Thank you, Mayor, because I was confused as well, and not knowing how this differed from what we already have in place, so.
Yeah, no, this is...
But,
this
yeah,
is a-
nowhere in there did it say VIBA, and so, but.
Yeah,
since
it's
you
a
said
voluntary deduction out of their checks that they've asked for. And I guess it's a popular concept, but just nobody's really utilized it and stuff, that's all. So we threw in the contract that we just approved for them about a month ago, it was part of that agreement. So outside of the deductions, we don't manage it or anything like that.
All right.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mayor.
You too. We'll go on to the next here is planning and zoning and licenses. Trustee Fernandez.
Thank you, Mayor. Firstly, I have the approval of a list of licenses dated April 24th, 2023 through May 5th, 2023. I also have the approval of an ordinance granting a special use permit and certain variations to allow the use and operations of truck repair for the property located at 4601 and 4617 West 120th Street, Alsip, Illinois. This request comes from an existing business on this block that is expanding their operations. Lastly, the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District has issued the approved permits and drawing for a new 10,000 square foot Bell Tire store to be developed at 4839th West 111th Street. This will replace the former Baker Square restaurant. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mike sent this over earlier, and with all the confusion earlier, I forgot to hand it out. That's the ordinance for that.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
Yeah, I apologize. Our attorney, Mike Kankar, printed this and sent it over to me earlier today, and I meant to hand it out earlier, but with all the confusion with the students, I forgot to do so. So what I just handed out was the actual ordinance granting the special use permit authorizing storage of trucks and trailers for property located at 4601 West 120th Street and a truck repair facility for the property located at 4617 West 120th Street as well, too. Did anybody have any presentations, petitions, or communications they wanted to share? None? Did anyone want to remove anything from the consent agenda?
Letters G, H, and I, please, Mayor.
G, H, and I?
Please.
Anyone else? All right, then can I get a motion to establish the consent agenda?
So,
Second? Second.
There you go. Yeah, we'll just give credit to Chris. Yes, yes.
All right, roll call number 1 to establish consent agenda. Trustee Dalzell?
yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Nava Esparza?
Yes.
Trustee Peretta?
Yes.
Motion carries to establish consent agenda.
Thank you. Can I get a motion then to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
So,
Second.
You're her person.
you're her
so I need a
proxy,
different
proxy,
second.
Second.
Trustee Murphy. so-
Second, then I'll second it.
All right, thank you.
All right, before I do roll call to approve, item number L, Approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip approving Class 7C assessment status for the real estate located at 11535 South Cicero Avenue, PIN 24-22-300-053-0000 in the Village of Alsip, Cook County, Illinois, will now be known as Ordinance 2023-05-1. Item M is in Mary, approval of an ordinance establishing compensation for the finance director of the Village of Alsip will now be known as Ordinance 2023-05-2. Item N is in Nancy, approval of the resolution of the corporate authority relating to a retirement healthcare funding plan for the members of Local 3074 firefighters in the Village of Alsip, Illinois will now be known as Resolution 2023-05-1. And item P is in Paul, approval of an ordinance granting a special use permit and certain variations to allow the use and operation of truck repair for the property located at 4601 and 4617 West 120th Street, Alsip, Illinois, will now be known as Ordinance 2023-05-3. Roll call number 2 to approve consent agenda. Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McGlawhorn?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza?
Yes.
Trustee Peretta?
Yes.
Motion carries to approve consent agenda.
All right, very good, thank you. We'll go back to a couple items that were pulled, starting with letter G is in George. Approval to hire a part-time fire inspectors to perform annual fire inspections. Before we take any questions, was there a motion and a second to approve that the way it's written? None. Trustee Dalzell, you had pulled that. Did you have a question?
I apologize, Mayor. I wasn't here last week. I was out of state for work, and I wasn't present for any of the discussions that would have went with this item and the other two that I requested. So I'd like to participate in further discussions to that regard before these matters are passed.
All right. Would it be your motion then, do you want to table this till next meeting?
I would like that unless others, like I said, I wasn't here, so.
I wasn't here either, Mayor, and I would like to make a motion to table that as well for discussion.
Okay. Certainly, do we have a motion and a second to do that?
And just make a motion to refer it to committee.
Yeah.
And that way it's automatically up. You don't have to make any special.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to refer that to committee.
Second.
Thank you. Is it the same case for all three of these, or Trustee Dalzell? Next one was letter H, approval to appoint an interim administrative assistant for the fire department.
Yeah, he
That would
said
be
all
my
three.
desire, sir.
And then, was there a second to that, too?
I'll second that.
And then the last one, letter H, was the approval of a price increase by Seagrave for $103,307. Again, is that your contention, sir?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay. Trustee Murphy?
I will second that as well, sir.
Board, are you in agreement with this?
Yes.
Call the roll on it,
Yeah,
Mayor.
exactly.
It was all three.
Okay, roll call number 3 to table items G, H, and I. Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McGlawhorn?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza?
Yes.
Trustee Peretta?
Yes.
Motion carries to table items G, H, and I.
All right, thank you. Did anyone have any unfinished business? Any new business? And then can I get a motion to adjourn?
Second. I'm sorry, I'll make that motion. Ahead of myself.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
How about you, Trustee Fernandez? Well, you could say nay, you could throw a wrench in there, last thing in the night,
She wants to hang out.
Yeah. Anyway, please join us for a piece of celebratory cake. We have some at the back of the room tonight. And again, congratulations to the trustees that were sworn back in this evening then, too. The time now is 8:22 p.m. We'll adjourn this meeting. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. Have a great evening.